The reincarnation process is very simple. It's just a pattern. To get the pattern, you take the name and the birthday, and you add each line up, break it down into simplest form from numbers 1 through 9, and that's your pattern. That's your magnet. That's what you will attract. There's a pattern in your frequency line, and it starts where you call grandparents. Grandparents are carriers. Parents are hosts. You are the viewer. And if you look at the pyramids of Giza, the control panel of the planet, the doorway, the key to all, you'll see just how important the number 7 is. And everything invisible behind the 7, and everything that's represented by a 7, words included. The pyramids of Giza have the coordinates of 299, 97, 92. It's at the center of the planet. The speed of light is also 2999792. And both of the second numbers that are attached to those beginning 299 numbers, they both are very high in the number 4. And we know what the number 4 is. That's the land. 4, land, dirt. It's half of the 8, the reason that we're here. And the 7 is right in the center of both of the numbers, the coordinates and the speed of light, and the calculation for it, right in the center. So there is an order to everything. We have to get more thoughtful. We have to look behind numbers. We have to look behind everything, knowing it's not a thing. It's not, and it's just something that we see. It's not just that. It's something is behind it that brought it in front of you. It's not just you're a human and you have a chair in front of you. Something put that chair in front of you. The planet did via frequency. It plays the frequency number game like everything's a telephone call. Nobody's alike. We're all different because we are all part of different story frequencies. They're long lines. They're patterns. You could track it in the 7, the pattern of the pyramid, of the 7, the triangle. You can track it. Track all the grandparents, the hosts, and the viewer, you. You're the Sphinx. And then there's 6 pyramids behind that. So, do you see how we work at the center of the planet? Do you see how we are light just absorbing into these bodies via frequency communication with the planet? Do you know what's going to happen when everybody starts to think this way? This whole place is going to change. The planet can hear me talking. So if you can hear me, you're never going to forget this. It's a very simple language that we've always spoken. It's just we need to uncover it, rediscover it. It's programmed in our frequencies because we exist here on the planet with it. The 7. Pyramids of Giza is scanned every day into us, just like it already exists in us. The planet's recording it existing with us all the time. All the time. You exist. The structure exists. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be a part of us. It's the puzzle. It's the pattern that we follow. It's where we begin to figure out what we are. There was frequency written all over the walls of everywhere in Egypt and everywhere. It's just pictures. Frequency, it's just pictures. Dreams, thoughts, just pictures. Just frequency pictures being flashed at us. You think we're going into some big giant physical world somewhere when these bodies are just temporary generators, and we exist in that world somewhere else, and we don't exist as these bodies. That's why we're always saying we want to go home. That big giant mess that we can't figure out, that I'm explaining right now, that's where we exist, in the frequency. As long as we figure out how we exist first, the problems will go away, because you will figure out that you are a video game, a sim. I beat that game in one day. That's how obsessive I am about learning how the planet works and reincarnation and coming back on frequency and everything. And frequency was the word that Tesla was looking for. You could use it for radios, all kinds of different invisible gadget communicators. But the truth is, it has so many meanings. It's an English word, that confusing English word, frequency. It has every meaning. It's an infinity word. The 9 letters in it has everything to do with everything. 9-letter words are invisible. 9-letter words have magic qualities, because the planet's magic. Anything that has a 9 is the frequency of 9. It's invisible. It still exists, even though you can't see it at the pyramids. It's still there in some mathematical form, and it's there invisibly as well. Because at least the 6 looks like a 9. So you can't hide from the truth. You have to learn about how the planet works. That's how we advance. It's not a joke. It's how the planet works.